Bike crime has become a major issue on campus. Even locked bikes are being stolen or in extreme cases stripped of their sellable parts while students are at lectures. Putting staff at risk. Are the Guild of Students doing enough to ensure their staff are able to travel safely home after working a nighttime shift at Fab and Fresh?
Over in sport, we'll be giving you the latest update on this week's scores, our sports focus on life-saving and our big match coverage with Rugby Union.
You're watching Leading Stories, I'm Alice Key. Since the Olympics this summer, many students have taken to riding their bikes to lectures. However, this has led to an increase in bike crime on campus. Let's now go over to Guild TV's Catherine Walker to tell us more.
Crime has migrated from its infamous home in Selly Oak and spread into the heart of the university campus.
Last week, several bikes were stolen outside of the Guild of Students. Although many of the bikes were securely locked, cunning thieves still managed to steal the bikes from busy areas during peak hours.
Where bikes couldn't be unlocked, criminals completely stripped bikes of their parts, leaving the frame unlocked behind.
I did think it was a safe area. Obviously, Selly Oak, we know that's a bit more dangerous there. But here I thought there was nothing here because it's just students who come here.
I think what I'm more surprised about is that no one's been told. It seems like something that maybe they should send around an email or something to everyone who's a member of the Guild of Students, just saying, be extra careful.
I obviously I'd act a bit different in Selly Oak, for example, because that's where a lot of students are targeted. But over here, I think it's all right. I don't think I'll act any more different. I think I'll just be the same, which is just quite cautious.
Students are used to and may even now anticipate crime in the Selly Oak area, but students didn't expect to find crime this close to the Guild. The Facebook page Campus Crime at University of Birmingham has followed the story closely and in an attempt to warn students and deter criminals. They encourage students to report crime to the police and to university security. We spoke earlier to the Vice President of Housing and Community, who explained how students can secure their property.
Best way to prevent your bike being stolen is use a D-lock. They're one of the strongest locks that we have. You can pick up one from the University Police Station at University Centre for a heavily subsidised price of just £15.
If you witness or fall victim to a crime, don't hesitate to contact the Emergency University Security Team. This is Catherine Walker for Leading Stories.
You can contact the university's emergency line on the numbers below. Student safety is a key priority at the University of Birmingham. However, questions have been raised on what the Guild are doing to ensure their staff are not put at risk when travelling home after a night shift. Guild TV's Megan Daly reports.
The majority of us have enjoyed a night at the Guild, knowing that we can safely make our way home with friends at the end of the night. But what about those behind the scenes, the hard-working student staff? How do they safely return home?
In June 2011, a motion entitled Keeping Our Fabulous Student Staff Safe that would have mandated the Guild to provide free transport home to all staff members was passed by Guild Council. Guild TV caught up with some students to ask them what they think.
I don't think it's fair. I have two housemates who both work at the Guild and they're both girls and I do worry about them coming home. Selly Oak's not the best place. We live quite far up, so walking home they've got all the little alleyways. I just think it's a bit scary.
No, absolutely not. I think that students should be the first priority and that the safety of students is most important.
Well, I think the budgets are fairly substantial, therefore I can't see any reason why not.
Initially, a figure of £18,000 was suggested as a worst-case scenario to cover the cost of travel. However, a more realistic estimate of approximately £10,000 per year was suggested. But some have argued that this does not take into account additional costs.
However, after comments on a Guild Facebook forum in the last couple of weeks, myself and fellow sabbatical officers are going to reassess the situation and see if it is something that can be implemented any time in the future.
With student staff safety a top priority within the Guild, this year's current officer team have committed to reassessing the situation and finding suitable alternatives for the future. This is Megan Daly reporting for Leading Stories.
And now for the weekly sport update with Stuart Levy.
Thanks, Alice. Now let's go to our big match coverage. It's Rugby Union, Birmingham first versus Durham second.
Wood sets himself, takes 3 steps up to the ball, strikes it confidently, and it sails through. That's a good strong start for Birmingham. They build pressure well.
So Kelleher's low and it's hard, but it's over. And Durham have leveled the scores. It's Birmingham 3, Durham 3.
All looks to form. They managed to keep it up, which is good work for now. Durham really marching forward.
It's at the base now as it drops down for Barron. He sneaks through. Great try from Barron. Good vision. He saw the gap and opening up, and he had the ball at his feet and just put his head down and drove for the line. As a result, Durham extend the lead. He's going to break away down the touchline. Clements kick ahead. He kicks up again. He's going to collect it. Fantastic individual try from the highly impressive Jack Clements. He looked so dangerous in the first half. Been a bit quiet in the second, but he broke down the right-hand wing, chipped ahead, and then tapped on a bit further to collect the ball. It sat up nicely for him, and he crashed over. And as a result, he extends Durham's lead to 20 points now. It's Birmingham 6, Durham 26.
Fantastic.
In fact, it's Gulliford at the base, finds Wilson, picks it up off his shoelaces, handing off to Yeomans. Good hands here, far. Finds Robbie Montgomery, have to cut inside, but he's hauled out into touch by Brooks.
Oh, that's a great hit as well.
Tackle, though, coming in now from Montgomery, under a bit of pressure, puts it up, it's broken now. It's going to be the try for Jack Knowles, a bit of a consolation, you fear. Wilson 5 metres in from the touchline. It was high, but wide of the post. It's finished here at Bournebrook. Birmingham 11, Durham 26.
The first in our new sports focus segment is lifesaving. Let's have a look at some footage to see how they've been getting on.
My name's James, I'm the club captain of the University of Birmingham Lifesaving Club. If you come along, we offer awards. We offer the Survive and Save award scheme, which is an official Royal Lifesaving Society award scheme, and also we compete in competitions as well. So on Friday and Sunday nights we'll train for competition training, things like mannequin carry and stuff like that, towing each other, rope throw relays, and some incidents as well. Lifesaving is a competition. We go along in a team of 4, we enter as many teams as we can into those competitions as a league format, and we'll go along in our 4. There'll be a dry incident, something like a train crash, and we get marked on how well we treat the individual casualties and how well we work as a team. There'll be a similar thing in the water, something like a boat sinking or something set in a harbour or a lake, and we get marked on that. And then there's some speed events, so there's a rope throw relay, a relay where we tow each other, and a different event which is something like a medley relay or a mannequin relay where we tow mannequins and the like. If you're a new member, you should come along on a Wednesday night to our awards session. They have 3 different levels of awards, so we can enter you into whatever level suits you best. Those awards will teach you things like first aid, CPR, and any different injuries or illnesses. In addition to that, they'll teach you water-based rescues, land-based rescues, and self-survival skills as well. If you've already been doing it for a few years, we can put you in at a higher level of award because of the 3 different levels. And also, if you've already done it for many years, then you've got the skills we need to the competing side of things already, which will really benefit you. You can put all those skills into a competition environment and end up winning some trophies, hopefully.
And we are now joined by Luke Peel, who is the training officer of the University Lifesaving Club. Luke, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So how did you get involved with the sport?
I started lifesaving back at school, did it for the Duke of Edinburgh Award, and I've carried it on ever since.
Okay, so you had the background from school, but if a Birmingham student who has no background in sport at all wants to get involved, how do they do that?
It's really simple. You don't have to have any experience. You can come along to any of our club nights, and we teach things right from the basics, from first aid and CPR all the way up to water rescues and official qualifications.
Okay, and is there a competition you guys work towards?
Yeah, we've got competitions. Our first competition is in November in Southampton against a whole load of other universities across the country, and that's one of the biggest competitions just because that's where we meet everyone new for the first time.
Okay, and what do you think your chances are for the competition? Have you won previous years at all?
Our chances are hopefully looking good. We have won previously. Last year we won overall in the A-League and the B-League, and we won most of our competitions.
And Little Birdie tells me you're close to a world record in a certain discipline in your sport. Can you tell us more about that?
I am indeed. The 12-metre line throw is my favourite event, and I can do the whole event in less than 10 seconds. And the world record is just over 9 seconds, so I'm very close to that one.
Okay, well, watch your space. Luke, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
That was Luke Peel, the training officer from the Lifesaving Club. We've had some rugby and some netball matches this week. Let's have a look at how our teams have been getting on. The Bucks season is well and truly underway, with Birmingham currently 14th in the standings at this early stage, just below Cardiff Metropolitan University. In Rugby League, both our first and seconds achieved comprehensive victories, with the first triumphing 28-0 over Coventry, and the seconds overcoming Warwick by 38 points to 8. Fortunes in Rugby Union were more mixed, with the men's first and women's teams both coming up short in matches with Durham. The men lost 26-11, and the women were unlucky in a narrow 15-14 defeat. The men's seconds were more successful, achieving a comfortable 48-9 victory over Harper Adams seconds. In netball, meanwhile, our firsts beat their hosts Oxford by 49 points to 30. This is all for this week's sports. Now back to Alice.
Thanks, Stuart. We'll be back next week with more issues which affect students on campus.